December was surprisingly a creative time because we got together and did these daily December art candies. And it was all going quite fast and furious, and so there are a few things that I wanted to follow up to share with you. I want to let you know how some of the artwork turned out. I'd like to let you know whether or not it was worth it from an analytics standpoint to do such an activity. I'd also like to do a giveaway. I have a really fun, wonderful giveaway that I'm going to share with you at the end. So let's do this. Let's see how it went with Measure This Month with Color. Yeah, this is my month in ArtCandy, and I quite love how it turned out. But you know who did a really cool time measurement for her month is Tracy West. Check out, this isn't the completed circle, but you get the idea. She not only colored in each pie piece, but she also wrote words that were related to that day. Okay, now let's check out Take a Risk. I applied for a group gallery show with a painting that I had been working on, and that painting is right here. That day I talked about how, I did not actually have enough time to finish it, and this to me does not feel like a completely resolved painting. I wound up submitting it with the other large painting that I have, and it was this one, which you may have seen in the background. But so what wound up happening is they had a lot of submissions, and this piece did not make it. And in a way, I found that sort of weirdly validating, because my brain was thinking, I don't feel like it's ready. But they said they loved this piece, and they asked if they could include it in their March show. And I believe that one is going to be a show of women artists. And so that's really cool. So that leads me to the next update. Follow up with, bold actions 100 times. I'm just gonna change that right now. Let me show you what the chart looks like, because I have some updates. I want to thank everybody for giving me so many awesome suggestions about how to proceed with a chart like this. As you know, it's called Bold Actions now. And the way I'm doing it is, if I have gone ahead and submitted something, I will outline it in yellow transparent paint. And then if I get a no to something that I've applied for, I will paint over that with turquoise paint. And if I get a yes, I'll paint over it with magenta paint. And the nice thing is these transparent colors then blend, which I totally love. This gives me a chance to go ahead and write things in pencil before I even go forward with submitting something. And then I can go over it in a Posca pen, an acrylic pen, and then do the outlining in the yellow so that I can remind myself that I have done the submission process. And so I can have some things open-ended until I have submitted them. And that's nice to have. I'm writing words that you all suggested in the margins. And then I am putting all my supplies that whenever I need to update my canvas, I want to have those nearby. So I'm putting it in this very special box made by a woman who took a risk. And I bought this box from her. And so that will all go on the shelf next to the canvas. So I'll just put this up here. This isn't what the arrangement my studio usually is in. My desk is usually over there, so this will be next to my desk. How did it go with play with toys and paint? There are two pieces that I worked on that day, and the first one was just a straight fluid painting. And if you saw it, then you might remember that it was a pretty beautifully lacy look. And because it's been a long time since I've done this kind of paint pouring thing, I did not get the viscosity right on the paint. And so it led to a pretty flat, like a lot of that lace is just gone. So, but look at this. All right. Doesn't this kind of look like some kind of like greenery at the top of a hill? So I was wondering if maybe it might behoove me to paint an animal portrait here, or perhaps a couple of animals. I have never done anything like that, but I might just do it just for fun. So my question to you is, if you were to paint an animal in this scene, what animal do you think wants to live in a world like that? And then the next piece, I'm not finished with getting it ready, but I decided to try to paint the frame copper. It still needs to be sanded and repainted and everything. I'm just more of a proof of concept. So another proof of concept is I wanted to see, should I paint the holes copper as well? There's a little bit of copper within some of these pieces, like that one. Or should I go for this cooler turquoise color, like a dark version of it, like something like that to go into the holes? Do you have an opinion? What do you think? What should I do? And I have not glued this in at all. Esther came up with a really fun idea of keeping these pieces loose so that it can be a reassembling potential. And I guess if that were the case, then this piece would need to have something that holds it like this, instead of trying to hang it on the wall. So what do you think? Should I leave it with the option open, or should I go ahead and commit to the design? And again, what color do you think should occupy the holes? And then of course the related sides, the exposed sides. Yeah, so this is cool. By the way, there's one painting on top of another on the back. It's just like experiments that did not work out. And it was really cool to be able to take this painting that was absolutely not going to go anywhere or do anything and, have a purpose. So that's how that turned out. How about get ready for an awesome year of art? Well, so far, so awesome. I have in my 100 bold actions, I have a piece that's going to be in a gallery show in March already. And I have 3 no's. I don't know what else to call them. Maybe I'll call them turquoises versus magentas. I don't know. And I've been working on 100 heads. When I went back to look into the 100 heads challenge, which is something that it's kind of an official thing, I remembered that this is actually something where you try to do 100 heads in 10 days. So one day would be 10 heads, and the heads would be small, like thumbnail size. So that wound up being a whole different experience. And I've done day 1 so far. And I look forward to getting on with day 2, probably today. I can tell that the burning through many heads all at once, many days in a row, is actually going to really fast forward brushing off my rusty skills. I could feel it changing by the 9th head. Here's a question that I had wondered about when I launched into this project. The question was, will this be worth it? Will I be glad that I did it? And the answer is a heck yes. I loved this so much. And I loved it from a personal and artistic standpoint, and from a relational standpoint with you. This feeling of being able to do something for you just felt so amazing. And Tez asked me if it had any impact on my analytics. And so I thought I would share with you what that looked like. I'm not going to lie, at first I was a little worried because the so-called growth of my number of subscribers was not good. In fact, it seemed that I was losing some subscribers, and I think that has to do with people not really wanting to see something from me every single day. And I had to kind of mentally be okay with that because I was actually really enjoying the process of doing the ArtCandy with you. As far as watch hours go, the arrow is pointing to around the time when the ArtCandy began. And as you can see, it didn't necessarily increase the speed of watch hour growth, although a lot of these ArtCandies were, 5 minutes or something like that. And as you can see, I am really close to 4,000 watch hours, which means I am almost about to be monetized. Very exciting. I will definitely give you an update on that when it happens. I'm about 14 watch hours away from being monetized right now, I think. So, yeah, I would say as far as analytics go, it was totally worth it, especially because I feel like I really fast forwarded a lot of my skills, my video editing and shooting skills. And I think I really needed that actually. And what I really learned from this experience is that I definitely want to post 2 times a week, not 1 time, because I had gone down to 1 time a week thinking that that would help my painting time, but I'm not certain that's going to be the case, especially now that I'm getting a little bit faster with editing. And I really like the pacing of being able to check in with you 2 times a week because I have so much to share in different areas, from art skills to art career to color, and it's too stagnant to do it once a week. So that was great information. I still need to figure out which days of the week will be my consistent days, so stay tuned for that. So in reflection, looking ahead to next year, I think if I do this again, which I probably will, I will want to prepare more in advance. So this might mean making a few of the ArtCandies completely in advance so that I can just release them and then be there to chat with you in the comments about it, and maybe have some of the supplies set up and all that kind of thing, and still have some wiggle room for some spontaneity, because that was actually one of the wonderful things about this year was there were a number of times when I had this list of the ArtCandies that I wanted to do, but then something would come up and I was able to add a new idea in, and it was very thrilling and cool. So yeah, but I think to take care of future me, I should probably think about ArtCandy, I don't know, all year long, and jot down notes. And if I have extra time during a shooting, ha 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 ha, that's hilarious. If I have extra time at some point, I can maybe just real quick shoot an ArtCandy. Yeah, I mean, that could happen. And now it is time for an ArtCandy giveaway. I would like to give away this advent calendar. And while it's true that I'm going to go ahead and keep these because I kind of need them, for all the reasons. But that's not to say there might be a couple of little surprises in here for the recipient of this advent calendar. So to enter to win this lovely specimen of art love, please say in the comments, well, I have a lot of questions that I asked you, so let's just keep it straightforward. Just in the comments say, I'd like to enter into the advent calendar drawing. And then if you want to say other stuff, then, and you don't want to enter the drawing, you can still say stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but I can't wait to send this to somebody who likes advent calendars, because this wound up being so fun. I loved it so much. And so if I do this again next year, I'm going to buy another one, and I'll probably paint it in a different color palette, of whatever's going on at that time. Thank you again, and have a lovely weekend. I will see you in a few days. I think clicking on them, I don't know, was this a fever dream? I'm not sure. I want to seriously thank you so much for humoring me and
letting me post these videos from my bed.
From that and create this beautiful, oh yeah, I should show people that, yeah. If you make art, there's something that Daily December Art Candy, okay. If you make art, then today's Daily Art Candy is good for you. We need a lot of this. And I was just reminded tonight that we need a lot of this. And I was just reminded tonight of this fact. See, if you make art, okay. On day 15 of Daily oh my God. On day 15 of Daily December Art Candy, this, okay. The next couple of, let's see. Today's Daily December Art Candy. Today's Daily December Art Candy is actually a special request from a viewer of the channel asking for, so let's prepare for, oh my God, isn't that interesting? Okay, are you ready for so the day 29, nope. Oh my gosh, hold on a second, I can't. See you tomorrow, see you tomorrow. 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 See you tomorrow.